How you feeling? You got John Riggs here at your service with the Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro. This is a nice, sturdy beast here, and I'm digging it already. I like the fact that it comes preloaded with 20 games up front. You can just plug this in and play the games straight off of this arcade stick, and you can also use it as an arcade stick on some other consoles, including like the Switch, the PlayStation 4. You can plug this in, and this can be your joystick, or you can just plug it straight to the TV and play some great Neo Geo games. And we're going to cover all 20 Neo Geo games it comes with in this video. I love the retro stuff, so if you haven't done so yet, make sure you're subscribed. I do at least 2 videos a week, sometimes more. In fact, more often than not more. Shout out to the USB-C for power. You got the HDMI, again, HDMI straight to the TV. You can start playing games immediately, and then you also have your USB connector right there as well. On the side here, got a few options, including turbo. You got the options button. This is going to be get you into the in-game menu and all that, where you can save the game, load up the game, whatever you want to do. There's also a select and start button, as well as your switches, and these switches will make it be like so the position it's in now, you plug it into the TV, you can start playing some Neo Geo games. But then if you toggle one of these switches here, you can start using it as an arcade stick, like for the PlayStation 4. And I like the fact that these buttons are on the side. At first I was like, that's kind of weird to have the buttons on the side. You gotta look over here, hit the button. But when you're playing the game and everything, you don't have to worry about accidentally hitting the start button or anything like that. So I like the fact that it's on the side. I think that's pretty cool. It also came with this, and this here is your adapter. So you can say, plug this into your PlayStation 4, but even a PlayStation 3, and you can use this as an arcade stick for those systems. I think it's really cool that they did that. In case you're wondering, it's clicky. If you're curious to grab one of these for yourself, links in the description below. All right, let's check out some games on this. After the very familiar BIOS, we move on to the 20 games. We got Keno Fighters 1995. This to me was like the Smash Brothers for the time, because you're grabbing all these great SNK games and putting them into a fighting game to fight one another. And it started a whole huge string of series for this game. Oh yeah, it did. I like the fact that it wasn't just, you versus someone else, best 2 out of 3 falls or anything like that. It lets you mix it up a little bit, so I love that about this game. And I also like with the King of Fighters games, if you don't know the character or know the moves, doing some of the basic Street Fighter moves will be able to pull off moves for most of the fighters. That makes it pretty cool. You can check out King of Fighters 1995. King of Fighters 97, this is the one I think I played the most. I think I played more of this one than any other version. And I just absolutely love it. I mean, I just, as far as fighting games go, this is more my kind of fighting game. A lot of people are like, oh, is it, Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat? To me, it's all about the King of Fighters series. And this one wasn't my favorite one. Well, it was at least the one I played the most. But I also can't deny King of Fighters 98. Again, it's more the same, with more fighters to choose from, and again, just a great fighting game. I like all these fighting games. I like all these King of Fighter games. So, the more the merrier. Alright, the King of Fighters 99, they start to mix it up a little bit. Instead of choosing 3 fighters, you can choose 4 fighters. How handy. And still, plays like a great fighting game. Love these King of Fighter games, can't go wrong. King of Fighters 2000. Alright, now we have even more of a roster here, different fighters now. Starting to introduce some new characters, as always, in these fighting games, and this is the 2000 series. If you haven't checked this one out, this might be the one I played the least, believe it or not. So I'm happy that it's on here. It gives me a chance to practice a little bit more. Just when you thought it could have been over, King of Fighters 2002. That's right, King of Fighters 2002. Got the 3 fighters in this one, and again, more King of Fighters. Can't go wrong, buddy. Moving on now to Fatal Fury Special. Cool they included this version of it in here. Great older school fighting game. The King of Fighters series is the one that kind of introduced the 2 playing field. So you have like your foreground and your background. You can kind of jump back and forth between the 2. The King of Fighter games, great anime too. But yeah, this is a pretty good one. Fatal Fury 3 included in this one. I both liked and disliked this character selection screen. I like the fact that it's like a family photo. They're just chilling. You just highlight the one you want to play as, but I mean, for fighting games, man, just give me the classic yearbook-looking selection screen. And again, with the foreground and background, pretty cool to check out Fatal Fury 3. Guru Mark of the Wolves, what a great fighting game this one is. I love the animation in this game. Absolutely fantastic. I like the fact that they took a chance and a risk. They could have just called it, Fatal Fury 5 or Fatal Fury 2000 or Fatal Fury Next or something like that. So cool though. I'm so happy that they included this one straight out of the box on this Arcade Stick Pro. A lot of people love in the Samurai Shodown series, and we have Samurai Shodown 2 right out of the box. I could never quite get into the Samurai Shodown games. I don't know what it is, but they have them on here. Gives me a chance to practice anyway. Samurai Shodown 3, including this as well. I had a memory of mine where I tried playing this on the PlayStation 1. And, I mean, the loading time at the time was atrocious. This one, hey, it's straight out of the arcade stick. There's no loading time. Just goes right into it. Samurai Shodown 4 included in this one as well. So if you're a fan of the Samurai Shodown series, you already got a few of them right up front. Doesn't end there either. Samurai Shodown 5 Special included in this arcade stick. Ton of fighters you can choose in this one. I do like the art style in these games, so gotta give it up for the Samurai Shodown series. This is a game I played a lot of back in the day. Isn't it crazy that they had a fighting game that only had 8 characters? And when you play the story mode, you can only play as one of 2 characters. Oh my goodness. But still, man, I had a lot of fun playing Art of Fighting. I liked it not just because it was a different kind of fighting game for its time, but the more you fought in this game and the more you took damage, it didn't just show on your life bar, it actually showed in your face too. So the more you're getting beat, or the more you're beating up the other person, you start seeing like, black eyes and their face starts to wilt a little bit. I love that. World Heroes 2 is another fighting game I played quite a bit of. I played mostly on the Super Nintendo. But man, this was, I like the fact that they had fighters from, well, it's World Heroes. It's fighters from all over the world. So you have different fighting disciplines going up against one another. So I thought it was just a fun idea. And, still a fun game to check out today. World Heroes 2 Jet. Well, it's World Heroes 2, but more of it. And again, just fun, classic style fighting game with different fighters from around the world. Always fun to see, what kind of characters there are and what kind of moves they can pull off. Love that. Then we have World Heroes Perfect, which has even more fighters you can choose from. And is this game perfect? Well, I think it plays pretty well. You can check out World Heroes Perfect on this. Ninja Masters. Honestly, admittedly, a game I've never heard of. And I love it when they have these kind of compilation collections and there's games on here that like not even I've heard of and never played or anything like that. So cool to see. I mean, it's another fighting game. Plays like another fighting game. But pretty cool. I'm looking forward to playing more of this. The Last Blade 2, which for some reason I thought was a shooter, and it's totally not. It's another fighting game. I'm probably thinking of like Last Resort or something. This one plays pretty well. I'm happy to see this one on here too. Again, another game I'm not very familiar with, but looking forward to becoming more familiar with it. Didn't do too well this round, but I liked what I played, and I'm looking forward to more. The 20th game in this collection is the Kizuna Encounter. This was a game I featured recently in a Neo Geo video that I did, talking about some underrated games, and this was one of those ones that featured the tag system. And cool that it's on here. So, I mean, if you saw that video and you're just like, oh, I want to play that game sometime, well, now you can play it using an actual Neo Geo arcade stick. I love it. And again, just plays like a great fighting game, but you choose one of 2, and you can tag out your other person anytime you need. So, it makes it a lot of fun. And if you love Neo Geo, make sure you check out these other links over here. I got some great recommendations for some Neo Geo games to get you going. Ton of fighters, a lot of shooters, and there's some great platformers on the Neo Geo that don't get nearly enough love. So make sure you check out those videos as well. I thank you for watching, and thank you for being you.